Yeah, cool.
Okay, guys, you guys ready?
Ready.
All right. Trio, trio.
Yo.
Okay.
This one I grab you, me I no get
Hey, teacups. Welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. Of course, I'm Teash, and I am here with the dynamic trio. Photography T.L.C. We have Tyrell Drummer. We have Leon Jenkins the third, and of course we have Cam Brigham. And so, hello, guys. How y'all doing today?
All right,
Pretty
I'm good.
good,
How you
pretty
doing?
good. Thanks
Cool,
for having us.
cool. Of course, of course. Even though today is typically Sip Saturday, we're just gonna take it in a little in a smaller direction. So here we are, beautiful day. I got the guys here, which is made up of photographers and a videographer, which they are really, really dope, to be honest. If you have not booked, make sure you do. We'll talk about that a little later. So how long have you guys been a trio?
What's going
Hold on,
on?
about two
Two
years.
years now.
Not 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. So all three of you have a different creative eye. So what style of photography do each of you add to complement each other's style collectively? Like what do you all bring to make it really pop as far as you three working together?
I think, well, to start off for me, I think with my style, I kind of like more contrast and more dramatic looks, and I also like to make the colors pop.
Okay.
So even we've been doing this for a couple years together, but we're still all growing. So as we're growing, so is the different dynamic styles that each of us bring.
Okay. I like that. So Leon, what about you?
So I like to focus more so on lighting and giving, dramatic lighting and the detail, eliminating, illuminating, should I say, the subject. And I really like the lighting and the specifics, posing and things like that.
Okay, so Kim, what you got?
I think for me, I focus a lot on mood, whether if it's a person's mood or if it's the mood of the landscape or whatever I'm getting. Different parts times of day, it's gonna give a different vibe, and I always try to look out for that part.
Okay, well, that definitely creates an amazing team. I think that the fact that you guys have different outlooks and what you're looking for in an amazing shoot is really, I mean, it can be hit or miss, but you all work really hard to make sure that you do everything flawlessly, even with the art of edit. But I think just you all collectively creates an amazing setup for everything that you guys have going on. So, as far as personality, who's the funny one, the serious one, and the easygoing one? Because we all got that when we have a team. So, let me know which you guys tie into. Because
It's
everybody want to know.
easy.
Teacups, I want to know because we want to know.
These two, I think they're tied for the funny one.
Okay.
But I would say Rail is definitely the easygoing one.
Uh huh.
And I can say I sometimes had a tendency to be the serious one.
Okay, I can see that. I could see that. I could see Cam playing extra. Tyrell, he's real chill, but I could see a little goofy there. But Leon is like, listen, we got to be in and out. We got to do this because we got the next. Y'all be like, okay, since we know this is how he is, we just gonna do it, knock it out. We'll talk stuff in the car. Okay, okay.
It's a
So
good balance.
absolutely. And you have to have a funny one because me personally, I'm the funny one of all the groups. So, I mean, I could be serious, but I really like to express my comedic genius. I like to think I am, pretty hilarious myself, but whatever. I have quite a personality and I love it. So, when shooting, who is the most eager to get the perfect shot or shots?
I think that's a team thing.
Okay.
Just depending on the moment, I think we all definitely have those. Like
Okay.
we like, let me get that little extra space.
Right. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So obviously there's a brotherhood here. Who's the most protective? How important is it for men to lean into each other in the way they should?
That's a good one.
Because when you're working with, women or your guys, there has to be some form of sisterhood and brotherhood. So, who would you say is the most protective in that? Would it be all three of y'all
I think it's
together?
a
Like when you
collective.
go places, you guys kind of hover and make sure everybody's good and
Yeah.
aware and
Yeah.
things like that.
I definitely say that's a group effort as well. We're all kind of we actually last shoot we did we just had a conversation about brotherhood
Yep.
and things of that and kind of leaning on each other. I think it's something that's important to all three of us and it shows.
Yeah.
Most
Okay. I like that. And like I said, whenever you're working in a group, it's very important to be in tune and in touch with the people that you're with. Because you don't just have anybody in your circle. There has to be a connection of some kind. So
Yeah.
I like that you guys stick tough and stay down with each other. And it shows. I can definitely feel, the magnetic energy between the three of you. So that's dope. So, what do you feel is needed to sustain a healthy work life balance, being that you all are so busy individually and collectively? Is there a way to manage
We.
that?
That's a good one. That's a good one. So that's something I'm actively struggling with right now.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the most important things is to have your priorities in right order. So once you have your priorities in proper order and perspective, I think the next important thing is time management.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a struggle for me.
Okay.
Nevertheless, when you give attention to it and you're able to properly manage your time, whether it's time blocks, to-do lists, or whatever, I think that could be a tremendous tool towards maintaining that balance. But sometimes it's inevitable that something comes out of the blue and it rocks your whole
Yeah.
plan. But yeah, I think priorities is definitely at the top of the list.
Okay. And I just to piggyback off of that, I think just being in the industry of being a creative or a photographer, videographer, anything that you're doing, a performer. I think that just making sure that you are picking up on all the available opportunities that are really good for you, paid or non-paid, or if it's, providing a lot of, face time for you to get out there and promotion and things like that. We kind of stray away from family life because everything that you're doing is for your family.
Sure.
So just to make sure that you're not doing too much, but you're doing enough.
Yeah.
Not just for relevancy's sake, but because you're trying to really pop out your business and make some things shake. So I think we all struggle with that day to day, and it's like a case by case basis for real.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, I think what you said is very important and going because we are doing it for the family.
yeah.
But having things in proper perspective
Yeah.
because 15 years from now, the kids aren't going to remember how much time you invested
Yeah.
to build the business. They're not going to remember how much overtime or how much you did to pump the brand. They're
Yeah.
going to remember that you weren't there.
Yeah, that's true. I like that you put that out there like that. This is really for a lot of the people with the younger children. Like my son, he's a sophomore in high school, but there's still moments where he wants mom. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to physically say, Mom, I want to make sure you come to the games.
Right.
I know he's going to want me there. So I love that you said that. And believe it or not, it matters equally to men as it does women.
Absolutely.
So just to highlight that, men care a whole lot about family dynamic and things like that too.
Yeah.
So for you guys out there that did not think so, it's a real thing. So you all are starting a podcast here soon. So tell us, what can we look forward to from Photography TLC? Let's get into it because the podcast is going to be rolling. So what y'all going to talk about? What y'all going to do?
So we want to cover quite a few things, but it's going to be primarily centered around photography.
Okay.
But we also want to we're going to touch on some real life topics, some of the things that we face in our everyday life as men, Black men,
Okay.
fathers, single fathers, husbands. We're going to cover a broad array of things that are relevant, I feel, to today, and it's going to be pretty fun. I mean, we got the comedy here,
Right.
we got the personality here.
Right.
We're going to balance it out though with some very practical, advice, insight. However you want to look at it. But like I said, it's going to be generally centered around photography for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I know that a lot of people will be eager to check that out. And just the fact that you are speaking to primarily the male audience. And I only say that because males will probably tap in a lot more and it'll hit them in the chest versus a woman because she's not a male. And just to hear what you guys have to say each time you come on, I think that it'll be a great contribution to the male species because you guys do need more voices.
Yeah.
I think us women have really taken over as far as talking about any and everything a lot, even off camera, but that's good that you are giving, the guys something to listen to and look forward to every time you guys tap in. And for the picture takers, all the girls, we'll listen to the photography part of it just to see where we can catch you and if you're offering something new or if you have a new lens, as you guys talk about all the time. Because we like wide vision. I like for you to get my hair out, everything. So, but yeah, we'll definitely tap in. So individually, tell my teacups, what are you guys like as a creative solo? Who are you individually? And we'll start with Tyrell.
I say creatively, I don't want to put just a title on it.
Yeah.
I like being able to try different things and different setups. I like learning, especially from just not just them, but just different photographers in general.
Yeah.
Different styles, different techniques. Like as of now, like the last shoot me and Cameron did, we did with shout out to Uzasi Village.
Okay. Well, shout out to y'all.
We had a shoot with them with the pregnant women, and we did some smoke shots, because it was like a Wakanda.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to look at that and see what's going on because y'all body the editing. I'm telling you, like the video that you guys did for me. Shout out to T.L.C. and everybody that was a part of that whole thing. You guys killed it. Like I literally almost cried looking at my video because I felt like a star, literally. But okay, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead and get back, fellas. I just had to jump in there because you guys kill it in editing. I
will say my favorite thing to do is black and white images. Like I love black and white pictures.
I do too, though, for real. I do too. It has so much meaning behind it. What does that mean to you, using black and white?
Using black and white makes, from my creative aspects, it makes me think outside the box because you don't have all the colors and textures and stuff to have an image talk to, people in general.
Okay.
So when I'm taking images, even if it's just us sitting around talking, I always got that black and white in my mind frame. Like, I could frame it like this. I could do this, especially with the lightness.
Yeah.
So, and my grandpa, Mr. Arthur Drummer, another shout out. His house, you go down his basement, it's nothing but pictures.
Really? So you grew up in this? Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, cool. So what's a fun fact about you that people may think they know, but they don't really know, or they may just not know at all?
A fun fact. I'm quiet, very quiet. A lot of people, they see me talking, like Cam or Leon or my brothers and sisters see me out. I'm very quiet. Like it takes a lot for me to get out of my shell.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think I'm loud, but I'm not.
I didn't get that, but all right, and it's you got to have a chill one, a more observant in the group because I miss a whole lot of stuff because I talk and I'm just so outgoing, so I miss a lot of things. A fight could break out in the back of me, and I'm still talking like, yeah, girl. So it's good to have somebody that really locks in on what's going on around them. You got to have somebody like that. You must be the D&D all the time.
Usually.
Okay, cool. We gotta have one of y'all in every car. So, Leon, what would you say as far as you being solo? Who are you as a creative?
Well, as a creative, I would say I'm a student. I know there's a lot to learn. I'm always looking to learn new techniques, new ways to try different lighting, posing, composition, different things like that. I am a very, very tough critic when it comes to my own personal work. And that's probably why I don't post as much.
You're like, I didn't like that. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna put that out there. I really didn't feel that. Okay.
Man, I'm overly critical, but I love to shoot. You know, I really enjoy shooting. I love to capture moments.
Okay.
Love to capture the aesthetic beauty of humanity. You know, I like portraiture. So that's kind of who I am as a photographer. I mean, I really enjoy working with these brothers though, because they're always ready to push the limit, try
Yeah.
something different, try something new. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
Okay. So what's the fun fact about you?
So I don't know if it's fun. I give you a fact.
Okay.
I'm deep down the hole of conspiracy theories.
You know
So
what? Me too. Me too, though, because I hear something out there and I'm like, you know what? I can see the look on his face. He probably is down with the Illuminati, or he probably do. Dealing with the whole nail painting thing. Do that mean something? Like, I'm always
yeah,
down
That
with
seems
what's going
suspicious.
on. Yeah, like what's tea with this? Like, I try
yeah,
not to be, but
yeah,
realistically, the world is made up of so many places and spaces,
yeah.
and you never really know.
Seriously.
So yeah, I try to tap in when I can. I'll probably be looking at YouTube a little later just to see what's up.
Ready.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Whoever has to look later or whatever, y'all can because we'll be here. Um, but yeah, I definitely tap into things like that because you just really don't know. I mean, the
Yeah,
world
there's
is
a
too
lot
big
going
to really
on.
say that ain't what's going on. That ain't
Yeah,
happening. You really don't know, girl. Stay in the
yeah,
car.
yeah.
Um,
So much in the world, and I got a naturally an inquisitive mind, so I'm always
yeah.
asking questions. So
Okay.
yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So Cam, what you got for us?
All right.
Big C on the end.
As far as being a creative, I think going back to the mood, the vibe,
Yeah.
I'm big on trying to capture that and the emotion
Hmm.
of different situations. I think I'm a bit of a storyteller. I try to, have my shots kind of tell, what's going on
Yeah.
without actually having to be there. Um, I have like anxiety, depression kind of thing.
Hmm.
So like
Hmm.
mood and emotion is a big thing for me. So I like to relay that, the positive and the negative, and
Yeah.
because it's all something we deal with. Life is ups and downs and middles,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
and I just like to capture that in my work.
Well, thank you for your transparency. I don't talk about it, but I have anxiety as well. And my anxiety actually stemmed back from about 9 years ago when my mother first had her stroke. And then my dad, right after that, had a heart attack. And then something else happened. And it was like a domino effect. And I was like, oh my God. So it's definitely a real thing. And then now being one of the people that are grieving the loss of their parent is like an uphill battle all the
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Just to kind of lighten the mood. So, what is a fun fact about you? Because the
That's right.
more I'm interviewing you and things like that, and I also interviewed you before, so this is not our first time meeting. I get a lot of different vibes, but for the most part, I think you're really a cool guy.
Yeah.
So, tell the people a fun fact about you that they probably don't know.
Well, when I was 19, I went on a high speed
Oh
chase.
my God, is that fun? Is he crazy? That is
Interest.
not
It's an
fun.
interesting fact.
Well, interesting fact.
Yeah,
All
it's not,
right.
It
at the
was fun for him
time.
at the time.
At
Oh
the
my
time.
At the
God.
time, it might have been
Many years
fun,
ago.
but
Yeah,
being
yeah.
my 39-year-old self,
And you were scared to death looking back like,
oh yeah, yeah, it
ooh.
was it was not a fun
Oh my
situation.
God. Was you driving?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So you were the driver.
yeah. I
And
was
so,
so I was driving. I was racing a friend. I just got my car, and we're driving side by side, and he's in a car that's clearly faster than mine. So
so you was like, let me see if I could dust
yeah,
this.
yeah. So I knew something was wrong when all of a sudden he flew way back, and I'm like, I know he
Because
ain't
they
racing
saw the
today. Yeah.
police.
So then I get a phone call. He's like, oh, the police are right there coming. So at that
Hmm.
time I was 19. I had a split second decision.
Yeah.
He was like, and my friend was like, oh, pull over to those apartments, and maybe you can hop out and before they get you. Being an
Did they
idiot.
get you?
So I tried to pull over. I tried to pull over, but I was going 100 miles an hour when
Yeah.
I went to take the turn.
Ooh.
I knocked into my gear shift and it went into neutral. So in that split second that happened,
Hmm.
they started to catch up. So I just went for it at that point, and
Mm.
ended up I lost them.
Yeah.
But then my friend gave me another idea to turn my lights out in the middle of
While
the
you
night.
running.
Yeah, so I turned my lights out and on a street that had absolutely no lights,
Pitch black.
pitch black, and I'm trying to drive, and then I hear rumbling, then I
That's
hear
real GTA.
splash.
Man.
You was
Yeah.
literally
Splash.
GTA.
Yeah, I heard a splash, and it was I was scared for my life at that point
Yeah.
because I heard this huge splash. I don't know how to swim.
Me
It's a
either.
lot of little ponds and lakes around here. So at that point, I hit my lights to see what the situation was.
Yeah.
I was in a pool of mud, and that was the splash. But when they seen another car was seeing me hit my lights there, and they got me. So.
All that for nothing.
For
But the
nothing.
good thing is you fought like a champ. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
man.
You didn't
Yeah.
give up.
Man, yeah.
But now
I guess-
looking back, what would you say to your younger self? Not just about that, but just other crazy stuff that you probably did.
honestly, I think taking life seriously
Yeah.
at the beginning. Like I think being young and black from where we from, sometimes we don't take things serious
Yeah.
enough. And when I was younger, I did things because like when I was young, I didn't think I would live to see 40.
Yeah.
To be honest. So I lived like that too. So I would say take it seriously. It
Yeah.
matters. And if I would have did that, a lot of things would have been different, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I think sometimes we got to go through those kid moments, unfortunately, to really get that knowledge and understanding of stuff. So
And
Yeah.
I think too, going through situations like that, learning, I think is very important for us to transfer some of those life lessons to the younger generation.
Yeah.
man,
To prevent
yeah,
them from making some of those same mistakes.
For
And I think
sure.
absolutely.
that's another thing we want to kind of do with the platform
Yeah.
as well. Speak to the
love
youth,
that.
especially young men.
Yeah, that reminds me. We're also getting ready to speak at Central Middle School in a little bit.
That's
Just
dope.
talk
They
about
need
some-
that. I'm
Yeah,
sure they need that.
just talk about the careers and talk about photography and it, just giving them outlet and different possibilities than some of the, like you said, like sometimes life seems grim and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of options. So
Yeah.
That's
just looking
dope.
to show them a different way.
I like that. I like that you're not just a photographer or videographer. You're out here creating substance. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people that would take their artistry and hit the road with it, get in the streets with it. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they're doing is just to big up themselves and
Right.
look good just on paper.
Yeah.
But you guys are really living it and y'all doing it. I like that. I like that.
And I think not to cut you short.
No,
not to
you're
cut you
fine.
away from- But I think that there's also way too many examples of what not to do, misrepresentations of who we are.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very important that somebody stands up and is a voice for wisdom and sense and direction and guidance
For
for the
sure.
young people, because social media and a lot of other stuff. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into that. I don't want
I'm
to get on my
telling you,
soapbox.
social media have
We all
you
got
thinking that
issues.
you're supposed to be small, you're supposed to have
Yeah.
long hair, you're supposed to have full lips, you're supposed to be BSing all day. People
Yeah.
are quitting their jobs because they're like, nope, I need to be a full-time this because so-and-so is doing this. And you're not really realistic. Everything
Yeah.
is not your calling. Sometimes you do have to take a corporate route. Some people are just more blessed to be able to walk in their purpose. It's not for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But not only that, everything doesn't always come easy either.
it don't.
So sometimes you got to put the work in and be willing to grind.
Yeah.
Put your nose down and get to it.
Yeah.
And not just wait for it to fall in your lap.
Right.
So I think that work ethic and character is something that we really need to reinstill into youth
Yeah.
today, because I see a lot of young people that, like I said, just don't want to work, don't
They
want to
don't.
put the work in, want it to come easy.
Or when it get tough, they like, maybe this ain't for me.
Yeah,
You know what
give
I'm
up,
saying?
quit.
And yeah, you have to keep at it. Like everything that we're doing, everything that, people that we're affiliated with, they had to go through the mud first.
Yeah,
Literally beginning on their own
Yep.
and just keeping it active, just keeping it consistent. And I can say that a lot about myself. I started all of this. Y'all, that's a lot to be
You doing
talking
your
about.
thing though, Teash.
But
That's
y'all
all
know-
to you. You doing your thing.
I'm trying to wave at everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so unprofessional to be touching the screen while I'm talking to people. But yeah, y'all know what? You guys are doing an amazing job out there. I love what you're doing. And like I said, the editing, you guys' minds together is a force. Like you all have a different aspect about yourself and you're putting it all out there for the world. And I think collectively you guys are really, really, really dope. And not just to say that because you're brown, but you have a lot of weight on your back, but you guys implement it flawlessly. And I wish you guys the best success. Like just keep at it and keep doing what you're doing because if y'all get on TV, I might get on TV. So so share your booking information, whether you want to share it individually or as a unit. Give the people, something to look forward to as far as how to follow you guys, how to book your works, how to keep y'all popping. So whoever wants to start that, Tyrell ain't said nothing, child. Tyrell don't say nothing. Tyrell don't say nothing. But seriously though, for real, anybody could throw that information out though.
Well, for me, mine is excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Mine is tdphotosKC.com. That's my website. You can check out my portfolio, what I got on there for portraits, events. You can book me through my website. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at tdphotosKC. So just check out my work. Give me a like, follow. Appreciate it.
And book, because he cold.
Absolutely. My website is currently under construction, but you can reach me at email on at lee3imagery@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, lee3imagery. And yeah, I'll also post I guess this is live, so I can't put anything in the description, but yeah. And then photography T.L.C. also, we're on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
You can find us there as well.
YouTube,
yeah, working on that as well. Yep.
Yeah, me. My site is also kind of under construction, but it's clbphotography.kc.com, and you can also find me on Facebook as CLB Photography and Instagram C.L.B. Photography.
Well, you guys heard it, Teacup. So again, we have spent a lot of the guys' time from Photography TLC. They coming in hard. Make sure you tap in, like, share, book them because they're really, really dope at what they do. And they're going to make sure that your pictures are dope. They're going to make sure that they give you 100% experience. Okay. Nothing they do is mediocre. They're really living like this for real. And if you don't believe me, just watch. But honestly, thank you guys so much for coming through. I know you guys have a busy Saturday, and just everybody stay on the lookout for them because they're coming.
And shout out to Teash doing big things.
Big Teash. We really appreciate you having us on your platform.
Event tomorrow. Next weekend too. Is that with Terrell next weekend?
You know what? So I will be the female host for the 11th annual Curves of In Confidence fashion show, November 3rd with Terrell Ray. And tomorrow's my very first event. It will be a networking and connecting event. Make sure y'all got your tickets. If y'all don't, y'all can still go on Eventbrite. It'll be hosted at the Crave KC tomorrow, 4 to 8. It's going to be really, really cute. But I'm out here. I'll be at the 18th and Vine Arts Festival coming up September 28th. I'll be set up there. So y'all know I'm outside. But real tea though. I'm out here. They're out here. And salute to you guys for tapping in and seeing what's up with us. But other than that, as I always tell you guys at the end of every show, make sure that you keep enough room in your teacups for new tea. Bye. Y'all want to say bye?
I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Let me tell you, what's it go? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the girl ride the whip, I know it, die for nothing. What's it go? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the girl ride the whip, I know it. Different things that happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm juggling. Flow like the ocean, port I'm paddling. Jarashina Bella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen. When it comes to money.